Okay, looks like we're live. Hello, and welcome to the stream. We're gonna do a little bit more design on the 2K course tonight. Now, I think I'm gonna upload episode 3 at some point. It's kind of a little bit more of a rambling episode. I had was just hanging out with a couple friends, and we ended up just chit-chatting while I did design work. Oh, sorry. Messages pop up. So it was a little different. I'm not 100% sure that I'll upload it or not. So I just want to show off what I did in case I don't. Still have not really done work on 8. We're done through 7, and then 9 and 10 are mostly done. I changed this from a short 4 to a long 4. Changed 10 to a par 4. I like that a little bit better. Just because if we're doing 9-hole matches on this course, since it's a playlist course, that way you don't, if it starts you on the back 9, you're not starting on a par 3. And then to make up for that, to keep the same par, I decided 16 was kind of a placeholder. So we're gonna change that into a 3. So that's what we've done on this so far. Let me go kick some music on. I'm trying something a little different. I'm gonna do a Spotify playlist I've thrown together of copyright-free stuff. It's okay. Nothing crazy, but... Alright, one sec. Better reply back to a message. Alright. Anyway, so we are going to do some work on 11. I think I did a little bit of work on this, just a touch, on the last stream. Now, I wasn't sure about it, but I think I raised this ridge up here. I think I want to start throwing a couple bunkers in there. Just to kind of dissuade, some kind of... I guess it's not really any more of a penalty for going long than the heavy rough that was already there, but it's about even in terms of penalty, I guess. And it framed stuff nicely, which is always a little plus. Hey Reeve and Wild, how are you? Alright, let's see. And yeah, we're doing streams on back-to-back days. I was gonna wait until tomorrow. I figured I was gonna have all day tomorrow to do a design stream. But it looks like I'm gonna end up playing golf tomorrow, so instead of that, or since I am no longer free tomorrow, I just figured I would do a little bit of it tonight. I have an hour or two to spend on this anyway, so not too much of an issue. I mean, do you want to drive down? I literally just found out about this about an hour ago, so if you want to come drive down to Maryland to come play golf at 11:30 tomorrow, you're welcome to join us. And yeah, we can, it's not a steady thing, but tomorrow's gonna be a little warm. It'll be about 50-ish tomorrow, so yeah, warm enough that we can conceivably get some golf in. Hey, congrats, Dan. That's awesome. Alright, let's see. That's true. You guys use Celsius up there or Fahrenheit? I can't remember. I know Canada does some, some metric, some imperial units. Yeah. So that's what, probably like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around there, if I remember correctly. I'd have to do the conversions. Hi, kitty. Actually, here, we're just gonna run through this. One sec. Yes, absolutely. He's found his little jingly ball and is going to town with it. Yes. Yes, look. There you go. You know me, Reed. Alright, that'll work. Sorry, it was quiet, and then the instant I start streaming, I'm getting all of these messages, so I'm trying to balance a lot of silly things at the same time. I'm not doing a very good job of hosting. I'm sorry, Matt. That sounds like a rough go. Rough go of things. We had our first snow this week, but it just kind of, just a little flurry. It barely snowed at all, and there wasn't any accumulation. It wasn't warm enough to stick, so... Alright. That works for me. Probably I could throw another little one in here somewhere. Alright, let's see. Yeah, something like that works. Yes, I'm very thankful to be still able to get in golf regularly this late in the year. It's a little hit or miss year to year. I can usually sneak in kind of infrequent winter outings through most of the winter. I think several of the last. I think I had 3 years in a row where I played on New Year's Day. Haven't been able to do that in the last couple years. Maybe like 50% of the last 6 years or so. And then I think I had managed to get a round in once a month, or not necessarily once every or once a month, like every 4 weeks, but get at least one outing in every month for a good several years, ending when the COVID pandemic shut down golf courses. So that's okay. But still, I think that streak ran for about 5 years or so. Resurfaced and cleaned up 17 holes. Well, that's pretty good. I am really struggling with this bunker and its sculpting. Let's just flatten it out and maybe I can something like that could work. Yeah, that looks okay. I suppose I can always, I don't need to sweat it too much. We can fix it up later. Hey Ducker, how's it going? Found an interesting look that works when you're playing, but not when you zoom around too much. Ooh, let me check this. Check this picture out quickly. I'm always down to get a peek. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, now what to do with this green site? Now, I have all these, like, I've had separated greens the last couple holes. I don't know if I want to do 3 in a row, but I also don't really know how to connect this one up to the green. Actually, nor do I necessarily want to, because I want it to be like a funky layup hole. You know, not something I'd really recommend doing on most courses of, hey, you know, making a hole where you're purposely just prying driver out of the player's hands. But, I don't know, if for like a kind of, like a, I want it, what do you want to call it? The project's supposed to be a little bit quirkier, so for something that's intentionally going to be a little quirky and we want to do some different stuff, I think I can kind of get away with bending that rule a little bit. I mean, I want like maybe a semi-blind approach to this, like have like a big kind of rocky area. Yep, no worries, man, but thank you for stopping in. It was great catching up and chit-chatting. Hope things are well for you. Actually, I don't mind this green shapes. I don't think I need to make... Like, maybe we sculpt this a little differently. But I think as far as green shape goes, I don't have any real major issues with this one. Have I heard of bunkers? Oh yes, I mean, I'm always down to try some bunkers. That is my usual solution for most problems, it's just bunkers. Especially on a course like this. We're leaning hard into the bunker crutch on this one, and that's okay. I want that one. Well, gets a little bit of a more defined bunker pan that way. Do I want some bunkers behind this green? Who knows? Like, obviously want at least one over here. I think I can combine these two into one, and then maybe I throw one back here. Oh, I need to do the light rough fringe around that green. What's the width I'm using for this? 4.2. Okay. Let's add our light rough. There we go, that works just fine. I want this area to be rocky, but I kind of want to show off that bunker a little bit. I'll raise this rocky area up a little bit. Maybe that's a bit much there. Real work's overrated sometimes. Although I guess it's my Friday this week, so I am done with work for the week, which is it's a really nice feeling to have sometimes. 3-day weekends are nice. Okay, we need throw a big area bunker in here. I need something to take up some space. And hello, Orion. Although I don't want it bigger than the green. That might be... I like the idea. That might be a little too much surface area. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know, I guess it depends on what kind of planting is done on it. Tim, it's just starting to get really slow when you, like, do actions, that sort of stuff. Are the brain juices flowing better tonight? Yeah, I think a little bit. We did some painting earlier, which... Like, I made it about 5 minutes in, I hated it, I got up and quit, and then ended up coming back about 10 minutes later and finished it. And I actually liked it. It's been a weird night. But, you know, I actually did something productive. So, and you know, we got some painting, so we're getting the creative juices flowing a little bit. So we're just gonna keep that rolling and do more productive, creative things. Yeah, it's rough, Dan. I feel ya. Yeah, I'm gonna need to resculpt that one. I don't know if this is too big or not, but I can always revise this later if I need to. Thank you, Zach. I think this course is a big excuse to go all out in terms of like really like we tried to go a little more reserved with the bunkers on the last one, both in kind of in number and in style. So we're just going, this is the opposite of, we're going as many, like, flourishes as we can. Because that fits the style that I'm going for. Whereas it wouldn't have fit the style for the last course I was making. We can sort that one later. It's acceptable for now. I like the right one, not the left one as much. Oh, I should say, I know I did these guys on the last stream, but I have done some modifications to the bunkers off stream. So it's just a little bit of tweaking on 9. I don't think I've touched 10 at all. So if it looks a little different than last time, that's why. Let's see. Do I want to put like one here? Probably not, because you're not going to be able to see it, and it's a weird spot for your ball to end up. Yeah, I get it. That's just kind of happened that the only two ideas I had were stuff that would end up, you know, visually similar, but the courses should play significantly different. It's not like I'm gonna make every course that I make from now on look exactly like those two, so it is what it is. I've done a couple courses that have some, honestly, probably more dramatic elevation change than this one. Like, the plot for this one is dramatic. You know, there's the huge ravine in the middle, but as far as actual elevation change on the holes themselves, it's not that hilly. Yay! Glad to hear it. It's a deserving course. I'm glad to see it finally get its spot. I'd have to check. I bet you stuff like Rascal would probably, in terms of actual playing elevation change, might have more than this. Just from the nature of, again, it's a very wild plot, but the course itself kind of plays on the rim outside, or the rim around this ravine. So, not that I'm avoiding elevation change, it's more just this was the natural way to route this course, and I think we found some good spots for the holes that we've done so far. Alright, so we have those two. Let's go sprinkle one more in the back, I think. I don't need a gigantic one. Something like that. Maybe. Jives, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Congrats on the 200 Divot Derby wins. Alright, I think that roughly works. Actually, can tweak it just a bit. Actually, here, we're gonna let this throw some slope into this green. Just because it needs some elevation change. So we're gonna get some natural sloping in here, and I'll play with the, I can play with the actual green contours later. We'll just get some natural land movement into that green site and sort it from there. Just not gonna get this hand to quite work. Admittedly, it's kind of an extreme spot, so I think the sculpting's gonna fight me a little bit here. It's gonna be tough to make that one kind of fit and flow naturally. Final start tomorrow. Congrats! Almost done. That's always a good feeling. Now the question is, how much do I want to plant this one now, or how much do I just want to wait on it? I'm also not 100% sure if I want to, I don't know if I want to block off driver as a play for the green on this hole, or if I want to leave an avenue open for that. I think I already kind of have a drivable 4 on this 9, so maybe I don't want... I don't know if I want 2 drivable 4s on the same 9. So maybe that's a bit much. I think 14's a more interesting drivable 9, or drivable 4. Yeah, 13's a short one. I don't have any drivable ones on the front, but that's fine. I'll have you on in the background while you wrap up your last finals for the semester. You can VC, as in chat? Sorry, I'm not... Just to double check that you're, like, I don't want to distract you from your final. That's, you know, way more important than just hanging out, because ultimately I'm just fine. You have such trouble seeing a hole without planting it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, visualizing stuff takes a little bit of practice, but like, I don't know, it's really hard to, you know, like, for me, I see it in the land movements more than I see it in the planting, so I can visualize golf holes without the planting there, but I really struggle to visualize them without any of the contouring there, so that's my kind of, that's where I get stuck personally. Let's grab a couple trees. Let's just copy these over. We'll start decorating the hillside back here, just a little bit. As much as I like the idea of these mountains, they get a little wild in terms of like if I'm putting trees on them, they get a little, even if I'm not putting trees on them, they get a little goofy. We want to dial back some of the really severe slopes just a little bit. I don't have to remove the character of them, but just dial it back, you know, from like a 10 to an 8 in terms of severity. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to chat in a bit if you want. I figure at this point I'm almost, you know, halfway into this episode, so kind of stopping the flow of things to hop on chat might not make the most sense for an episode. Especially since we did that in the last one, and I'm still not 100% sure if that's, you know, if that results in something that's worth posting. But after this episode, I'm 100% down to chit-chat. Let's see. Alright, so we have 11 about done. Oh, wait, let me get the controller plugged back in. We'll get to playtesting. Because I have not done that for this hole yet. Alright. That's fair. And why did my controller just stop working? Oh, that's why, because it's not plugged all the way in. Absolutely, gotta have the Fazio bunkers. Still don't like that one on the left, but I can tinker with that a little bit off stream. I don't know if it's worth doing it and redoing it and doing it and redoing it on stream when I can just I can work on getting the whole 12 penciled in. I like the general concept of this one. It's kind of a quirky short for. Let's see. Is this one drivable? Yeah, with the 295 driver, I think it kind of is. I don't know if I want to keep that play or not. Let me try. I'm gonna grab a couple trees, copy, and drop them here. That's about the line I'd need to cut off. I mean, maybe at the very least we can sprinkle a tree or two in there to make it a little bit more difficult to hit that line. I don't know if we like aim to make it impossible or just difficult is the thing. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a hefty chunk of change. That's, you know, that's something worth paying attention to. But regardless, if you're stepping out, then thank you for tuning in. It's been good having you. Oh, one sec. Oh, sorry. That's funny, I had pinged my brother to see if he wanted to hang out for a bit tonight, and I didn't hear a response from him, so I just hopped into this, and now he pinged me back, seeing if I wanted to chat. So, we'll see. Maybe I cut this episode a little short. I was not intending to necessarily do a short stream, but maybe that's what this ends up being. I think I can. Oh yeah, see, we can make it over those. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with leaving that. It's fine. Maybe I go ahead and make There we go. Yeah. I don't need to head out now, but we'll still cut this episode a little on the shorter side. I mean, we'll aim for about an hour instead of the like hour 45. So yeah, this one's drivable. We'll see. I mean, I have time before I make it to designing 14. This is, again, it's in a fun spot where a drivable hole would be a lot of fun. I think it makes more sense as a drivable hole than 11 does. What trees do I want to sprinkle in there? I'll throw in this guy, that's fine. I do like leaving this window open If you want to rip like a 3-wood or something, but... Alright, let's see what options we got here. Actually, I could 5-wood would work fine there. I think that just goes straight over the trees. Yeah, I don't even think you have to think about that one. And you run just through the fairway. Also, I need to make, since this is always a short shot in, I need to make this green pretty wild. I think that's what we'll need to do with that one. All right. Oh yeah, let me try seeing if I can drive that still. I think the answer is still yes, but oh yeah, easily. Maybe not easily, but still quite doable. I could put more trees in to prevent that, but I mean, we'll see. I don't want it to be too contrived. It's already a weird hole. That might be one that requires a little bit more tinkering. Alright, I like where this one sits. This one needs a little bit of work still, so I'm going to delete these surfaces, and we're going to start over in terms of designing this one. I think something like that could work. I think that works. Get it sloping a little bit more toward the player, just to show off those playing surfaces a little bit more. Sprinkle like a big bunker here, kind of 2 smaller ones over here. I think that works as a whole. Cool. This screen's going to be a bit on the bigger side. I can probably scale it back a little bit. Actually, it's not as terrible as I thought, but just a little big. Alright, good enough. We'll dial the green slopes back just a little bit. Alright, that works. Right, that'll work. It's not quite right. Bump it out just a little. Good enough for now. Pop in our second surface. Do that with our green, and then we get to do more bunkering. All right. So suppose I'm not going into a lot of detail in terms of like thought processes and stuff for the hole designs on this one, but I don't know, it's really just boiled down to a lot of just me looking at what landforms I have on the plot we made here and then just making stuff that I feel like fits it. So it's really hard to break down the process anymore than when it's just going, oh yeah, this looks right, this fits here, and then tinkering them to play well. When it's just, it's just me finding holes that I feel like, because yeah, there's all sorts of interesting land movements here. I don't really need to do a ton to manufacture playing interest on this course so far. And it's really just making it look nice as you spiral through all the kind of mountains and stuff. Okay, we'll sprinkle that in there. Maybe we can layer some. Nah, we'll just keep the first one. The first one's fine. We can layer them on this side. Sprinkle that guy in there. Do something like that there. Let's do a quick save before I dive too far into this, just in case I don't like those. There we go. Perfect. This one I know I like. We're gonna keep that one. These ones I'm less sure about. Also, let me go. We've kind of over flattened this area a little bit. Plus, I want to really dial up some of the slopes to make those bunkers flash a little bit. This is raise. Yep, that's the right tool. We'll drop the pan down on these guys just a touch. Drop over to this guy. Alright. Let's go throw the first couple in. We'll start with the ones that I know, this one I'm the most confident in. The later ones I'm less confident in. Yep, that's a winner. Then this one feels like it'll fit pretty well. Just the one behind it that I'm not sure on yet. He says as he screws this one up. Oof, that's not working. Let's try that again. I guess that's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's passable. There we go. Oh, that looks okay. Let's clear that out. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Let's try this one again. I think that looks a little better. Let's bump that back lip up just a little bit. I think that's what that needs. That looks about right. Okay, I think we're good there. Let me just go pencil this one in, and we should be good for now. I like the green site for this. I don't think we have to do too much work for this. It's already got this kind of dramatic peninsula to it. So it's, you know, it's not like... you can miss on this one, but misses get scary. So it's not ridiculous, but it still feels, let's see, hold on. One sec. Okay, so I'm not golfing tomorrow, but that's okay. Hey, worst case, I guess I can always go play by myself. I could go play 9 or something. We'll see. I have options. One sec, sorry. I am not used to having this much phone calls and text messages. Not on a Thursday, or not on a random Thursday evening. My apologies. I literally hopped on stream because I wasn't expecting to have any kind of real distractions or yeah, other stuff going on, and it's just been hectic for a bit. All right, let's see what we got here. Do like the look of this one so far, and this is a. Yeah, this will be kind of the long 3 on the course. So I don't need to do anything too crazy with the green. It's already, I'm already hitting a hybrid or a fairway wooded into this one, so I don't have to make it, you don't have to dial it up, the green up too much. Yeah, I know, sorry. It's, let's see. I don't know what I'm gonna do with 13. The green site's fun. The course, or the hole's a little funky. Clear this out. Maybe we get 12 kind of polished up, and then we can. We're hitting right about that hour mark, which I was, thinking of cutting it at this episode at today instead of pushing for an hour and a half. That's probably okay because again, I'm just getting a little distracted tonight, so I'm not being a very good host, but stuff happens. The downsides, oh, that looks so much better. The downsides of just kind of being able to hop on and do these on a whim is that sometimes life gets in the way. I know what do you want to call it, production value or whatever of the series is not that high, but I just wanted to make sure that I got as much of this project recorded as possible, because I figured it's something of a decent number of people are gonna play and see, and it's just nice to document the creation of it. So the flip side of, hey, I want to stream as much of this as I can, is that sometimes the quality of those streams isn't as good, because it's just hopping on and designing when I have time. And sometimes those times are not terribly conducive to streams, because... Hi, Orion. I still have to do this on a budget, so I can't sit or not on a budget, on a schedule. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, there we go. Throw our tree in. Yeah, planting this should be interesting. I can kind of do what I did with 6, and it's really just creating this kind of cavern, or chasm, whatever you want to call it, big rocky thing, and planting kind of framing it from the sides with trees. You're gonna have, actually, being able to see the clubhouse in the background is kind of cool too. Let's go grab a couple big trees. Orion, what are you doing? Hi, goof. Alright, we'll get these buried. And that'll get us our big rock face that we want for this. Yeah, again, we can clean this up later, but I think that's a start. I like the way this one looks. Now, green site. What would I want to... Sorry. What do I want to do with the green site? I mean, going almost pseudo Redan with this would work, and we already have the land movement for that. Orion, get out! Come on, man. He keeps trying to crawl behind my computer and clog up my fan. We don't need my computer dying. That would not be good. So sorry about that. So we can prop that hill up. I don't know if we need to go full kicker slope here, but we can at least we can pump the outskirts up a little to give so you can kind of bail right and roll it in a little. There, let's try this one. Let's see if we can use this little middle slope to get to that pin. Hybrid should do it. It's a little downhill. Well, the fast will definitely get there, but I think I'm getting stuck up on the top. Oh, we're just gonna catch... Nope, we're not gonna catch the slope. Eh. Again, it might need some tweaking, but as an idea, I think it works. And then we're on to what we do with 13 and 14, which might need kind of a brainstorming session. 14's a cool, I think, short 4 idea. I mean, it's kind of a sculpting mess right now, but I think the idea is penciled in enough. I at least know what I want to do with that one. And I like the concept of 12. It's just getting this green a little more tweaked to do what we want it to do. But the hole itself is fine. That one's kind of an easy one. 13's going to be the tough one. I originally it was going to be... I think this is kind of a layup hole, a little bit. Then having like a blind approach to a punch bowl green is a cool idea, but it's also really short. It probably doesn't really need a punch bowl. And I've also done a ton of kind of separated greens and blind to semi-blind shots for the last several holes. So maybe we scrap this idea and do something a little bit more conventional on this one. What I would do with it, I don't know. So really, I have, as much as I like my quirky holes and stuff, but I essentially have, I guess 12's kind of conventional, but I have really no like straightforward conventional holes on the entire back nine until you hit like 15, I think. So I don't know. Plus I give you 2 short 4s in a row, a long 3, and then another short 4. Maybe I could move this green back and we could do we could make it a longer hole. Maybe something in like the 440, 450 range. I could, essentially move the green, whoops. Let's see, we have our 295 about there. I could move that tee up. I could still do kind of a punch bowl green. I could just put it back there, and that could be fun. And then we could move this up and over a bit and give this a more doable, drivable option. It's worth considering. I might have to tinker a little bit with 13 a bit to make sure that works. But yeah, I mean, that's not a bad go for now. So let's do a quick save. And we can go playtest, or not playtest, but we can run through and show off what I've changed since the last stream. 9's mostly the same. I just added a bunker and re-sculpted the first 2. Did a little bit of sculpting changes, but the hole itself is basically the same. Kind of a little bit of a wonky hole, but I like it. Again, name of the game for this one is a little quirky. Ten I really like. It just sits nicely in the land right here. So there's nothing crazy difficult about the hole itself, but the green site's fun, so I don't really mind. There is an option to lay back if you don't feel like taking on that bunker. It's not the toughest drive, even though it is pinched around driver a little bit. It's still pretty doable. Then 11 is really sufficiently quirky. This one might need massaging, but I don't know. I like some of the general ideas here, even if I think it might need a little bit of extra work to kind of make this one shine. It's not one where there's just a fantastic hole sitting there automatically. This one's a fun spot. I think we're gonna do just fine with this one. Again, it's a great green site. Green sculpting will need a little bit of work in order to really make that one shine, but yeah, it's quite doable. And then 13's a big question mark right now. Yeah, right now you can hit driver right to the end, and then it's like a little flip wedge over this blind hill. Yeah, I'm sure there's something interesting to do with a blind shot here. I'm just not sure what it is yet. So we'll set 13 aside and we'll come back to that at some point. But I think that's probably a good spot to stop for now. We're done through 12. So I guess I will just we'll do a save and we'll cut the stream here. Let's go check out somebody to raid. See if there's anybody live. Well, it doesn't look like anybody is doing any TGC, so maybe we'll give Jagman a raid. He's doing some GT class racing at Lasarth, I think. So we'll just give him a pop in. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. Now it's a little bit of a shorter episode, but we got in what we wanted to get in, so no worries. But anyways, we will see you next time, and until then, have a good